police and the justice system are being quite prejudiced towards black people. What's your input between the comparison of the UK and the US regarding racism?
I'd say racism in the USA is more obvious. Like, people don't need to hide it because obviously there's a racist president, racist justice system. But in the UK, it's obviously racism still there, but people are more subtle. They do it in more like passive ways, whereas instead of being very obvious.
Outer states of America, so places like South Carolina, where obviously they've still got people with balls and chains in prisons, mostly of ethnic minorities who, you know, will work in the streets. So it's sort of more deep south, I think, rather than cities.
For the makeup industry and knowing that you wear makeup, does being a certain skin colour define what products you can and cannot wear?
Yeah, I find it difficult because like a lot of the models that are used for makeup, they're all white, and also, so like when they're testing like lipstick shades and everything, it shows up different on each skin complexion. So when they only use white models, that makes it difficult to judge.
But do you think there's not enough coverage of black women in like UK media?
There's definitely not, especially in like the modeling industry, because like black models still have to like bring their own makeup to shoots because like the makeup artists aren't like prepared for them because they're used to white models.
What is your input on how racism is solely sourced and how people believe that is a right way to think? Do you believe it's from the way they've grown up or any other circumstances?
I think a lot of it is in people's mindset and how they've been brought up. So if you've been brought up to not have any problems with people of any race or creed or colour, then obviously you aren't going to be racist. But a lot of people who are racist or have opinions on people who aren't British or English or white have normally been brought up by their parents in a particular way.
I think if you've got people that are anti-coloured people, anti-Jewish, anti any culture, it's something that if children are brought up in that sort of environment, it rubs off on them. They don't necessarily become racist. It's what's indoctrinated into them, I think.
So the term Black Lives Matter has become very viral through different social media platforms. It basically relates to the issues which are faced in America with unequal rights for black people. As we live in the UK and in a major city like London itself, do you feel like the Black Lives Matter term relates to your circumstances?
Yes, I think it's definitely happening here. Not always with black people, but like anyone of colour really.
More diverse even more, especially if you're in London.
Yeah.
Well, overall, I hope you was able to gain more of an insight from my short extract exploring different people's views and experiences with racism in the UK.